What if I told you that even in 2025 you can still make a profit with one indicator? Today I will be working with Bollinger Bands on a 5-minute time frame. It all sounds very simple and it really is. All you have to do is open the platform, watch this video, and remember a few secrets that I will share and practice. You don't need to always get or use a lot of indicators to make a profit. No, but always remember that every detail is important in a strategy. I'm ready to increase my account. Here we go. Now I'll show you how to set up an account. The chart type will be candles, but I will use a time frame of 5. In the indicator session, I will choose Bollinger Bands. I will leave the indicator settings as standard. You'll find out why later. Now, I'm going to get to work now. Look carefully if you want to understand how to work with the strategy. The strongest decisions come not from guesses, but from observations. On Telegram, I post just such observations every day. Short, clear, and useful. If you want to connect, follow the link in the description, subscribe, and write to me personally. Let's take this situation into account. The trade time will be 2 minutes. I will make the trade amount $200. My forecast is that the price will decrease. I press the right button to open the trade. Now let's look at this situation. There was a downward trend in the market. The price is gradually decreasing. I noticed that there was a local price increase. The price chart increased and crossed the upper boundary of the Bollinger Bands. With the next candle, the price began to decline. This is exactly the situation you need to open a trade. It is after the price correction that you need to open a trade. Later, I'll tell you about the basic rules working with this strategy. Watch the video to the end if you want to learn about them. Wow, a great start. The first trade is profitable. Now my capital is $2,084. I wouldn't waste any time. There are still a few trades ahead. Interesting chance. Let's try to make a profit in this situation. I am increasing the trade amount to $350. I will open the trade to reduce the price. As you can see, the situation is similar to the previous one. The market is dominated by a downward trend and the price is decreased, reached a local minimum. Now, there has been a price correction. It has increased and crossed the upper limits of the Bollinger Bands. The main signal has been received. Now the price should continue to decline. When working with a strategy, it is important to always open a trade in the direction of a strong trade. It is quite simple to determine this. If you see that the price chart is more directed downwards, then there is a downward trend in the market. If up, then an upward trend. An important rule when working with a strategy is that the price should go against the trend, cross the border of the Bollinger Bands, and then come back. If you follow these rules, most trades will be profitable. Well, guys, as you can see in this situation, the signal turned out to be false. The price is not started to decrease yet. Perhaps if I had opened a trade a little later, I would have been able to make a profit. I wouldn't really worry. I'm already looking for the next situation. The trade amount is already $700. My forecast is that this price will rise. Okay, as you can see, the price correction has already occurred. The price started to rise. This time I opened the trade a little later than the main signal, which is acceptable in this strategy. I'll give you some advice that I always use myself. Set yourself goals that you can actually achieve. For example, earn $100 to $200 per session or $1,000 per week. You don't need to set yourself the goal of earning $1 million in one session. It's almost impossible. And if the goal is simple, then achieving it will motivate you even more to continue working. Super, I was able to recoup the loss and even earn some money. The account balance is now $2,378. Now I'm going to find another situation and open the last trade. I think you figured out how to work with the strategy. There is very little left to gain practical experience working with this, and it will be possible to start using it in a real account. I'm sure that you will like this strategy and you will definitely use it often. Let's wait for the trade to complete. Ha, boom. Another profitable trade in this session. I see that the account now has an amount of $4,185. Amazing result. The session is over and the strategy has worked perfectly then. But remember, it's important not just to copy actions, but to understand their meaning. Try to explain out loud why I opened every trade. This exercise will move you from the category of observers to the category of thinking traders. Write your opinion in the comments.